80 years ago at Pearl Harbor. A moment of silence, please. Thank you so much. And I now invite our Commissioner of Transportation, Joe Giletti, to come forward, and he will read the names of those from Connecticut that were lost at Pearl Harbor. Commissioner.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor and Governor Lamont, for the honor of participating today and to provide a few brief remarks. And I thank you to our veterans and our active service members. I'd now like to read the names of the Connecticut people that lost their lives. Stephen Pepe of Bridgeport on the USS Oklahoma. George Pavesco of Bridgeport, USS Arizona. Mike George Quattro of Norwich, USS Arizona. Thomas James Reeves of Thomaston, USS California. William Eugene Seeley of New London, USS Arizona. George Smith of New Haven, Army Air Force, Hickam Field. Gordon Sterling Jr. of Hartford, Army Air Force, Wheeler Field. Felix Wegrin of Bridgeport, Army Air Force, Hickam Field. Almont Irving Whitehead Jr. of Hartford, USS Arizona. Eric Allen of Darien, Navy, USS Enterprise. Henry Ludwig Carlson of Norwich, USS Arizona. Edward Goslin of Hamden, USS Arizona. Vincent Horan of Stamford, Wheeler Field. Henry John Lonquette of Wallingford, USS Arizona. John Calavero of Lunta of Collinsville, USS Nevada. W.T. O'Neill Jr. of Glenbrook, USS Arizona. Stanislaus Joseph Orzek of Meriden, USS Arizona. And Richard Patterson Jr. of Berlin, USS Arizona. We owe a great debt of gratitude to our veterans and our active service members. I want to thank our congressional delegation for being here, the New Haven delegation, our local and state officials, and many others. It's a tremendous honor for me to not only represent the DOT and the people of the DOT that serve in the service, but I grew up right around the corner over here. My father, my uncle, my father-in-law all served, and I actually have one of the representatives, Senator Looney here, who my father used to write to all the time about making sure when this bridge went in that it would have the right reflection and have the lights that would illuminate it going forward as a constant reminder that this was a gateway and something to be treasured for all those who had served. So for me, it's a tremendous honor to be in the city that I grew up in, to join all of you in remembering more than 2,400 lives lost, including 18 Connecticut service members that tragically perished. Standing here in the shadows of Pearl Harbor Memorial Bridge, I've got to turn and say that while there were millions that did their part to defend our country and home, Pearl Harbor was an unprovoked attack at America's doorstep that spurred a nation into action. But out of the tragedy came the resolve that galvanized, like the girders on the massive bridge behind, passed away at 99. We are so fortunate that Mr. years ago, Harbor Memorial Bridge, the ultimate sacrifice, continue to serve as a
out to, but to your service staff. Whether